Hey, 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 y'all. How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. We made it. We made it over the daggum hump. I didn't think I was going to. Y'all say hey when you coming on in. I was going to say when you walking in. I mean, you can walk, run, whatever. Say hey, y'all. I'm Shonda with From Dust to Beauty Designs. I'm honored y'all here. Thank y'all for dropping in. Please make sure to like and follow the page. And if you don't mind, dust it out. We have to say dust here because FB don't like us to say the S-H-A-R-E word. I don't know why. I mean, is it a dirty word? I don't know. Anyway, y'all just dust it out. It just means to spread the love amongst your family, friends, and I like your enemies here too. So, y'all, let me go ahead and dust this out on my channel. And, y'all, if you want to get notifications, just type in !notify in the comments, and you will get a notification every time I go live. I actually put it on the channel like I'm doing right now. And yes, I have to do it right now. It's ridiculous, I know. Oh, for a cute sun. Y'all, a lot's happened since we've been together. Lots happened. Here we are. Let's go back. Where you at? Where you at? Here we go, y'all. And that's right. I've still got my thing going, my mini chat. Tonight's word for the supplies is leaves. L-E-A-V-E-S. L-E-A-V-E-S. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Susan. Hello, Antoinette. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Michelle, girl, I'm about to tell y'all about it. I'm so mad about it. Yes, we finally got it fixed. Hey, Karina, how are you, friend? Hey, Shirley. Oh, Dorothy, happy anniversary, girlfriend. It was our 32nd anniversary. I told y'all the other day, we actually went to Helen. Hey, Kelly. Hello, Judy. Hey, Ilka. Girl, how you been? How you doing? How's your mom and them? Y'all, if you don't know, I'm from Georgia. So, I mean, I bet y'all thought I was from, like New York or something. I know, the accent, it can kind of throw you sometimes. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Yeah, we went to Helen this weekend. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Helen, Georgia, or have heard of it. It's a cute little town. I had told y'all before, I've lived here most of my life now, and for some reason, have never been to Helen. We've been all around it. I mean, I've been to Dahlonega. I've been to all the places up there, all around it. Cleveland, Don't know why I never went down to Helen or went up to Helen. Hey, Kim. Hey, Gina. Y'all, we had a blast. We had so much fun. Jim and I, we just went for the weekend. We just went actually for Saturday and we came home Sunday. We're going to go back so that we can do some other things. But, y'all, let me just tell y'all this real quick and then we'll get busy. Yeah, we watch people, there's two places where you can watch. So it's right on the Chattahoochee, right? There's a river, our Chattahoochee River, that we've gone down many times, tubing and stuff. But this is up there, so it starts kind of up in that area. Y'all, you can sit there and drink some drinks, I am Vicky. I am almost all the way to Alabama. In fact, I am 11 miles from Alabama. Hey, Carol. Hey, Cindy Reese. So we were sitting there. Now, Jim he wasn't partaking in the beverage, but we don't really have to. I had only drank one beverage. And we were just eating. But you get to sit and like it's an open bar and you're looking at the river. So you're watching folks tube. Do I have some amazing videos? I do. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to have to put them on the TikTok because we're sitting there, y'all. I got to tell you this one. Hey, Sandy. How are you, my friend? We're sitting there, and Jim and I are just laughing. Like, Jim and I can just laugh about anything. Like, we just laugh. I've told y'all, we've made it 32 years laughing, especially at each other. Like, we just laugh. And ourselves. And then we're going to laugh at you. We're going to laugh at you at the most inopportune, most non-laughable moment. It's just what we do, okay? So here comes these two ladies coming down, right? Y'all, okay, so one of them had a bikini on. She had a little bikini on, a little cute little bikini. Maybe a bikini, I don't know. Maybe it was a tank bikini. But so there was 3 little areas, right, that you could go down in this one spot. We kept screaming, don't go that way, don't go that, because we kept watching people get hung up, have to get out, flip their little tube over, all the things. Well, this lady really was struggling. And I don't know, so she was clearly the older one. I don't know if it was a mom-daughter, I don't know if it was the aunt, or I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was her wife. And she just said, princess, today. Y'all, the younger one would not get out of the hers, right? So they're coming down through this little with water's coming around, but it's not very wide, okay? And the rocks are sticking up, so your tube's gonna get stuck. Well, her tube got stuck on it. Y'all, I literally had to run to the bathroom because I was about to pee my pants. Like, I had to, that whole hold your legs together because you're gonna pee your pants. Y'all, she started rolling out of her tube because she was doing all kinds of stuff. But did her whole chesticle fall out? Her whole big, like 3 of my chesticle fell out. Y'all, I about hit the daggum floor. I about hit the floor. Because if it was me, I would expect you to laugh at me. Because she sat there for 10 minutes doing all kind of whatnot craziness. We were like, just get out and push it over that. Like, what you doing, girl? Y'all, she had a pole and she was pushing it. Then all of a sudden, she pushed a little bit too far sideways. It was actually this chesticle. It said, floop, boop, boop. Look, hundreds of people are watching there and they're like, yeah, what? She didn't care. She just got up. She said, put them back in. Y'all, we laughed so daggum hard, I could not stop. I could not stop laughing, y'all. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I had to run to the bathroom. And that wasn't the only one, y'all. There were several of them that I've got videos that are amazing. This one poor lady lost her daggum cup. I mean, her family threw her under the bus because she even had a life jacket on. So clearly she wasn't the greatest of swimmers. And they just left her. She was all by herself. She done went down the wrong way. We were screaming, don't go that way. And she went that way anyway. Got stuck. Lost her nice water bottle. Lost her pole that you got to pay $5 to rent. Lost it all. I mean, she just lost it all. And, then her float started floating away. I said, oh, Lord. Some nice person finally came around, gave her float, and tried to teach her, training moment, come over this way out, folks, this way out. Y'all, it was too much. We laughed so daggum hard. It was ridiculous. Vicki, it is from Dusty Beauty Designs. It says Shonda, then from Dusty Beauty Designs. But I got to put it on there because, the chesticle, I can kind of, and I got to put music to it. Can't really do a lot on here. So, anyway, y'all, let's get busy. I'm doing a cute little fall sign tonight. If you didn't know, if you didn't see my post, we've been without internet. Monday, I'm working right along on the phone. I work remote at home. On the phone, and I was on the phone with someone, like, I don't know, I think maybe an MRI or something, I don't know. Anyway, on the phone, all of a sudden, gone, because it all goes through my computer, gone. And then I get this reconnecting format because I'm on a secured server, and it's reconnecting. And I was like, okay, I just got booted, let's reboot, but usually my phone don't go. Anyway, people down here, they're putting in new lines all through our neighborhood and cut my lines. Cut our whole neighborhood's line. None of us had the internet. If you had Spectrum, you didn't have internet. It just came on last night at midnight. So that is why no one has received the email for tomorrow night's Zoom. But we are still having, if you are a part of my club, we are still doing the Zoom tomorrow night. I will send it out tonight. I have been super busy today, but I have to have a list. There's a master list, and you can't do that on my phone. I can't do it on my phone because it is a spreadsheet. I have to copy and paste. I can't do it on my phone. So, anywho, y'all, it's been crazy. So, be looking for that tonight. We are still doing the Zoom call tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. If you are part of my club, be watching for that. And it's going to be really cute. Y'all, we're going to do this little cute fall sign tonight. Again, the word is leaves. Leaves for the supplies. Here's what we're doing tonight. It's called Autumn. what I say? Autumn Accents. I didn't say. Autumn Accents. I love this new size. This is our new 18 by 6. I did put in the cart our new drop-in frame that goes with this. And I love our drop-in frames because you can reuse them. There's another one that you can buy. Remember, I've used them before. I don't have one out here, but where you can wash it off and reuse it over and over and over again. Y'all know I love a good reusable surface. So, but tonight, we're going to be using, I got this from the Woodpile, Hobby Lobby. Don't know when. I paid $2.74 for it. But yeah, this is just a Woodpile. It's a sign. And we're just going to do this on here. It's going to be pretty basic. I'm going to use a lot of color, okay? So I'm going to use our new Marmalade. I'm going to use our new Cabernet, Espresso, and the new Ivy. And then I'm going to use, this is Saffron. We don't have this anymore, but it's really close to the Harvest Shimmer. And so that's what I put in the cart link because I love this color. But you can mix and match those. You don't have to keep those. Y'all know the cart link that's in that supply link, you can add to or take away. So, anyway, that's what we're going to do tonight, y'all. So what y'all been up to? Me, nothing. Y'all, I'm going to use Antique Parchment. This is a matte apple barrel acrylic. I may use some burnt umber. I'm not real sure yet. I thought about kind of making it look like a, like an old shiplap board. I think I might. Because I kind of want this to look a little, y'all know I like antiquified. That's a word. Don't worry about it. It's a word. It is a word. So, anyway, yeah, that's what, it's been a little nutty around here. So we came home. If y'all don't know, I don't know if y'all have heard me talk. My husband has Jimmy Bob, Slim Jim, we like to call him, he has clinical OCD. Jim truly has OCD. He's not one of these that just go, oh, my OCD. No, he really has it. Mom had it. His mom had it, which caused her dementia. So it's pretty bizarre, but they have severe OCD. One of the things that Jim, one ways that he has to have wins. I know it sounds crazy. He has to have these wins, and a lot of the times he has to see visuals. Well, his yard is one of them. Our yard is like a putting green. Our yard is like the baseball field down at Truist Stadium where the Braves play, right? He cuts it with one of those real mowers that the mower in the front actually turn, it's like those old time blade ones. Yeah. So, anyway, we came home Sunday and they had dug up spots in our yard. Y'all, my man was none too happy. None too happy, I'm gonna tell you now. He was like, I'm telling you now, blah, blah. I was like, Jim, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. And he's like, it's not all right. All right, it's not all right. It's not okay. All right. Y'all, when he gets that way, you just go, okay. Okie dokie. Sounds good. All right, y'all. So I am gonna paint these. Y'all, I'm using I love these paint brushes. I'm not sure if they still have them anymore, but they're from Lizzie and Aaron's, their store. I don't know what this one's called because it's all the way off. But I love them. They're their little Pickabilly brushes, I think. But this one I love, love, love. Actually, there's a couple of them that I really love. But I like to use these on, on these more rustic surfaces. So, hey, Pam. How are you, friend? Thank you, girl, for dusting it out. Yes, if y'all don't mind, please dusting it out. Wednesday seems to be a slower night. It's so funny. I always look at my numbers on Wednesday nights. And I know some of it's because people are, on Crafting and Laughing, or I think there's another one that another, subscription. But y'all, I got to do my thing whenever I can do it. I'm off on Thursday, so Wednesday nights for me are really a great night for me to go live. So, plus I hadn't been live in, 27 years. Oh, the yard, you don't even know. Oh, they do, Shirley. Okay, perfect. So, y'all, these are over on Lizzie and Aaron's. If you don't know who Lizzie and Aaron are, Aaron's amazing. Lizzie is too. She's not really on there much anymore. I mean, she kind of guest appearances every now and again. But anyway, go to their website. These brushes are amazing. I love these brushes. They're very good, and they wash well. They wash very well. So I am well, thank you. Doing good. Hey, Kathy Jacobs, how are you? Thank you, friend. Okay, I think I'm only gonna do one coat. You don't know. I like a good one coat. No need to get wild with 2 or 3, especially when you're trying to make it look, you know, more rustic. Just one coat's good. Y'all, pulled out I'm having a sale, and I'm doing a sale at my house, but then I'm doing a craft show, you know, I always do a craft fair. Anyway, I had to pull out all my old wreaths, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had I knew it was on Etsy, but it was over in the storage building. This big old trick-or-treat wreath. This thing is ridiculous. Hey, sissy, how are you, girl? But yeah, I had to pull it out. I was like, oh, crud, I forgot all about having it. I mean, sometimes I'll see things on my Etsy, and then I'll be like, ooh, I forgot about having that. I need to get that out. And you got to kind of do some different things on Etsy to get it kind of back in people's eyes, especially when it's just now getting Halloween. And if y'all don't know, I have an Etsy store. I'll always be flipping paint on myself. This is one of those dresses, like we did the football thing in. This is one of them. Hey, Roberta, how are you, friend? Hey, Sarah, how are you, girl? Okay, let's dry this up really well. And then I think I am going to go ahead and put like the, you know, kind of the Antiquify. That's what I'm going to do, Antiquify. And then we will just do our leaves. And I think what I'm going to do, I was going to do each leaf a different color, but I think I'm just going to do them all like, well, maybe I'll stick with different colors. I don't know. I'll let y'all pick. You know how you can do the all different colors, make it look kind of, what's it called? I always forget it. Not balayaged. Is that a word? I don't know, but I said, so we met some couples at the, and I said, how are they gonna make fun of me when we're in Helen, Georgia? So I asked our waitress where the toilet was, and she said, the what? I said, the toilet. And my husband said, the restroom. And I said, the toilet. Girl, you in Georgia, you don't know what a toilet is? And then that proceeded for Jim to go into the, well, ask her how she says, you know, like motor oil. And I was like, it's oil, you know, and he was like, cooking oil and whatever. Yeah, like ombre, yes. Yeah, variegated, yes. So I'm wondering if I should do that. Sarah, I'm well, thank you. I'm wondering if I should do that or different colors. Let me look after I do the Antiquify it. And then we'll go from there. He didn't make me say Lenienfold, but I'm surprised he didn't, because he always makes fun of me for saying Lenienfold. Always makes fun of me. But his big thing, he does the toilet, shoes. He always makes fun of the way I say shoes, toilet, and of course Lenienfold. I just don't say Lenienfold very often. Do every other one ombre. Yeah, I could do that. I could do, you know what I could do? I could do that big one ombre, because I have to put those side by side. That'll be good, because I don't have to worry about, you know, color match, or, because, you know, sometimes when you do, it might be, I'll do that. I'm going to do like the leafy leaves in the ombre, and then I'll do the other ones. That's a good idea. Good idea. Kim. I mean, how's he going to make fun of me with Lumenfold? That's why I just start calling it Tempo. But he still says, well, you still say fall, and I said, well, that's like, oh. Yes, I got a raisins, he said. I got raisins. I said that to them when we went to the girls' trip. I said, that's because y'all ain't got no raisins. And they were like, we didn't want no raisins. And I said, raisins, like the way you were raised, like you ain't got no raisins. They're like, Lord help it. Well, whatever. I'm just telling you now, you ain't got no raisins. Kim, you got, oh, look at this Lumenfold. Look at this Lumenfold. I know. You're welcome. You're welcome. Right, I just say fall. Judy, a lot of times I just say fall. Do we have any fall? But I don't know. Sometimes I'll say, yeah, I do say, do we just got any fall, or get the fall down? But sometimes I'll say, we need some Lumenfold. You know, like if he's going to the grocery store, I'll say, like, Lumenfold. You know. Yes, like a hot mess. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. So y'all kind of get the gist of it all. The bottom's a little bit still wet, but that's okay. You see how I'm doing it? Girl, don't choke, girl. Do you see how I'm doing it? So isn't that pretty? I like that look. Can y'all see that? I like it. Kelly, I think what it is a mix of both. Because I do have the Appalachian, you know, twang. Like we do say holler. We say, trying to think of some of the words that, you know, I mean, those are the ones I already said really people make fun of me for. But like, we do say words a little differently. I mean, you know. But, like, definitely oh is one of them. I mean, that's just kind of I definitely say oh. I've said oh my whole life. My dad said oh. Now my mom has a little bit of a different, because she's from West Virginia, and it's funny, like her mama's accent isn't the same. I don't know. Who knows why we do what we do, y'all? Who the heck knows? Okay. So I'm going to kind of go down the middle. Again, I'm just kind of making this like an old board. You know what I'm saying? Like old board, y'all. Is it, Kayla, it rained. So Mason, my son, was down at actually Clayton State working today on their heating or their AC units. He said it rained really bad down there, I believe. And then it kind of rained here a little bit, but not bad. I'm telling you, it's always. Thank you, girl. Thank you, because I ruined, I should put an apron on. I ruined one of my shirts the other day because of splattered paint on it. It was my pretty, y'all don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about that. Oh my gosh, it dropped the thing for dress. Y'all, I have to fix these. Sarah, you know, it's funny because it is funny how different parts, even up in that area, still talk. Like there's I don't know, just the way they talk is just the areas are different. You know, does that make sense? Like it really is. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of put some hold on. I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of this just on the side. Just a little bit. Just to kind of give it that look, y'all. Just so it's not so stark. Okay. Now let's try it. Did you, Kayla? Girl, right there on I-20, yes. Right there on 20. That's where I reside. We actually go to Birmingham sometimes. we shop though mainly in Oxford. You know, Oxford and Anniston area. That's kind of I love those areas. They're kind of my faves. But yeah, I think that's a lot of it. I think I've got kind of a mix between Georgia and Kentucky. I don't know. And then I think I have my own twang. I just think I do. But there is words that some of my family, and I'm trying to think what they are, and it always, oh, okay, I know what they are. Now, I don't say it like this, and I don't know why, but my dad, he said, like I say wire, like, you know, like a piece of wire, like, you know, like a coat hanger, it's made of wire. You know what I'm talking about, wire hanger? My dad said war. So, he called it a war. So yeah, it's kind of funny. So I wash, but my daddy washed. My mama washes. Isn't it weird how that is? Yeah, so it's funny because Jim's mom and dad are both from Pennsylvania. Jim's from Pennsylvania too. He's kind of like lost a lot of his. He's just like nothing. I always tell him he's like a pickle in the pickle jar because he does say hey. But he really doesn't have any kind of accent. But like his family, his mom's family are Pennsylvania Dutch, and they would say like Usen and Usen and like these warsh, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, y'all is definitely. Thank you, Roberta. Girl, I'm just me, you know. Yeah, they washed the clothes, you know, or hung them out on. Now, we did always say we hung them out on the line. On the, you know, hung them out on the clothesline because we really did. Mama would hang them out on the clothesline. Now, one thing, that is another thing that we did differently when we moved down here. So, where I'm from in Kentucky, we call our mamas mommy. Forever. Mommy is, now my mom wasn't allowed to call her mom, mommy because her mother was, I mean, I don't like to speak ill of the deceased, but I'm just going to go ahead. Her mama was not the nicest of humans, and her mama was kind of like, mommy dearest. And so mom wasn't allowed to call her mom. She had to call her mother. I'm like, well, you're right, because, you know, wire hangers, you know. Michelle, coming from you, Boston. Get the heck out of here. Iron. I say iron. Iron. So, but my dad called it an iron. He said he would iron the clothes. But I do say iron. And I just say iron. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Jim would say an iron. You know. I know enunciations. And I know pronunciations. I know phonetics. But it just, from here to here, don't quite compute sometimes. It gets lost a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It gets lost a little bit. I will say, when Jim first came down here, I was about ready to, I did probably tell him he could go back, you know, that Delta flies one way every day. But he used to, he made fun. And he would say stuff like, you know, the first time he ever come down here, he said, y'all's, we called it pop. Now, we both call it pop. But now I've been in Georgia long enough, I call everything Coke. I don't care if it's a Sprite, it's Coke. But he came down and he was like, even your pop machine's slow. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Are you calling me slow? Because that's what you just said. Even y'all's pop machines are slow. What? Who you calling slow? What you call? Huh? So I was like, well, I tell you what is fast. Delta going north. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't let the good Lord hit you with it. Don't let the Delta door hit you where the good Lord split you. Bye. He straightened up pretty quick on that one, because I was like, who you talking to? What you talking about slow? Who's slow? Y'all, he made me mad on that one. Woo! He made me mad. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Jacqueline. Yeah, how your mom is, how's your daddy? That's right. Now, I do say daddy. Michelle, right? Now, my mama was a really sweet mama, but, you know, I'm sweet too. But, all right, y'all. So we got our board ready. I like this board. I like to make it look like that. Let's do this. Y'all, we're gonna we are gonna wax. Let me wax before I forget. I did actually put this in the cart link. And again, the word tonight are leaves, Leaves. And could somebody just do it to make sure it works? Mama in Arkansas, Judy. Yeah, so it is funny. Like I said, it was mommy. I always said mommy. And, you know, my grown cousins said mommy. Just in the area that we were in. But then it kind of turned, even in that area, to mom. But when we moved down here, I quit saying mommy and went to mama, because, you know, you do kind of start becoming the pickle in the pickle jar. You know what I mean? And so, anyway, and a lot of people, it's really funny because a lot of people are like, you know, grown people saying mommy. Well, it's where you're from. Awesome. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Yeah, mommy and daddy. Yeah, I mean, it's just where you're from. I don't think we need to be so mean to make fun of folks. We gotta be that mean. But it's different, you know. Like, I heard somebody say the other day, it was hard to hear a grown man call their dad daddy, but it's where you're raised. You can't really help it. Like, I don't know. I don't get wrapped around the axle with all that mess. You know, I just, hey, you do you. Just, you can call me whatever, you can say whatever, just don't call me late for dinner, and, you know, big girls gotta eat. But, thank y'all. Okay, so y'all seen I put a little wax on there. Now, I like to heat my wax up before and after. So, I kind of heat it back up. And y'all did see that I sanded, okay, prior to. I didn't sand after. And that's because I'm okay with that. If this sign is a little rustic and the lead or the leaves kind of run, which I don't think they will. If they do, I'm okay with it. It's okay. So then just take a clean cloth of some sort. I usually use paper towel, or if I want to bend over, sometimes I don't. I'll pick that little cloth right there. I didn't want to tonight. I just wanted to do that right there and grab that and waste a paper towel, you know. You ain't a kidding, right, Kayla? I mean, it's pitiful. You call yours mama? Right, Karina. And that's the thing, like, you know, if that's how you were raised, you can't help it. Like, you're not going to stop calling your mom and daddy, you know, mommy and daddy, or mama and daddy, or mom and dad, or whatever. You're not going to. You know, it's kind of like, so my friend, she comes on here sometimes, Jana, her kids call their dad Papa. And I think, you know, it's just whatever. It's, again, you do whatever, like, it's all good. I think we just need to be respectful. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me show y'all. If y'all see the end of this leaf, see how it stops right there? Well, it actually matches up perfectly with this side, okay? So we are going to do that. I'm going to take it all the way to the edge, and I'm going to see how this goes. Hold on. We'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. We're going to do it. Let's go for it. Okay. And I think I'm just going to go middle ways of the board. Okay, and I did fuzz. Fuzz just puts a little bit of lint on the back of this. It is, Karina, and you can't help it. Like, you know, so some of my family were born and raised in California. My aunts, one aunt, two uncles moved to California and lived out there for years. And so, they all even sound different. The kids, it's just wherever you're raised. I think it's actually really fun. I think it's culturally beautiful. I love it. But that's just who I am. I love it. Yeah, Gail, I can't go by that because I'm like, well, who you talking to? Who you talking to? I birthed you. Who are you talking to? Granny and Paul. Yeah, so I had a granny. My mom was a granny. Okay, so let me do this real quick. I'm going to do this one in the all different colors, but I'm going to do my solid ones first, okay? So I'm just going to kind of go in it. We're just going to go for it and start hitting it. Let me grab these down here. But yes, I had a granny. I had a papaw. We have a lot of papaws in Kentucky. We have a lot of papaws. But my dad's parents were actually Mom and Pop. We called them Mom and Pop Stone. Because I don't know where that even came from. I was definitely one of the younger grandkids. So my dad was the baby of the family. So I don't know where we called them Mom and Pop. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, so again, I'm just going to start. I'm going to put on a little bit. This is the Cabernet, y'all. This is the gorgeous, gorgeous dark burgundy kind of maroon. And I am going to do one and then peel it up. And the reason being is because I have a fan on me, okay? So you see, I took my paste off, okay? Let me show y'all this so y'all can kind of see where I'm going. Girl, don't call me by my government name now. I mean, I guess to each their own. To each their own. I will say this. So my oldest son, I have talked, and told y'all about him before. And Andrew always had a hard time growing up remembering who was who and the names, right? So Andrew, he's my 35-year-old, and he would always have a hard time remembering kind of whose name was who. And so I always had mercy and grace with him because every now and again he would call me Shonda. And because he called Jim because Jim was his stepdad, even though he was with him when he was 2, because Andrew had, a father that was very active in his life. So, I had some grace for Andrew, of course. He's my kid, and I'm going to have all the grace in the world for that baby. But if, he didn't do it out of disrespect, and I think that's the whole thing. I think if it was a disrespect thing, then I would have an issue. But now Mason, I call him Baby Brat. So when he calls me, it actually says Baby Brat Coble on my phone, and he calls me Bref, B-R-E-F, because when he was growing up, it was funny to say that people had hot breath. Okay, so when we would be talking, he'd be like, Mama, and he would just say this to be, a little brat. Mama, what about your hot breath, and he would be in the back seat. He's just a brat. So he's called me Breath for years. And it's funny because one of his friends came over not too long ago, and he was like, oh, hey, Breath. And I was like, hey, y'all, what? Darling, be careful, girl, be careful. But yeah, Mason is a trip. Now he's doing it to be funny, and we joke around with each other. So, but just to call me my government name, just to be calling me that, no, because then I might have to call you a name, and you might not like it. Y'all, these are gorgeous. These are so pretty, and I am going to just kind of yeah, Dee Dee, it is different. Andrew definitely, hey, bless his heart, he would get confused, and he would call he would have been at his dad's house, and so he would see his grandparents there, and he would he called them grandmother and Papa. And so he would get confused and call my mom grandmother when he would come home instead of Granny. And so, you know, that was his younger years. And we all just didn't, we didn't care, because he was finally talking, because he had his own language for years. And so we could have cared less. We were like, okay, he's verbal. You call us whatever, baby. Y'all, these are gorgeous. Let me hold these up so y'all can see. So I'm pulling them each so that it comes out of the transfer. These are silk screen transfers. So the paste that I'm pushing through, the reason you push it through like that is it's a screen, and it pushes through and it sticks on the surface. So when I'm pulling it, it's releasing it out of that screen. And if I don't do that, it will get stuck, okay? It'll get stuck and it will dry. And I do not want it to dry in that screen. We don't want it to dry. So I'm doing kind of these big ones, like I said, in the solids. And then we'll do the other ones in kind of the ombre or whatever y'all want to call it. That's what we're going to do next. I love, love, love all these colors, y'all. I don't love the fall because it's the end of the summer for me, and I love the summer. But I do love these colors. I love warm colors. I'm a warm color girl. I love this mustard yellow. I just love the warm colors. Okay. Y'all, and this also can be done in a black and white, okay? If you get the surface that I put in the cart link, you could just do a black and white. You could just do a black and white. Now this kind of stuck because I knew it was. My paste was a little too thick. Aren't they gorgeous colors? Oh, Dee Dee, that's funny. Okay, so let me kind of dry this a little bit, because, like I said, it kind of stuck because that's how fast, if the wind is blowing on it and it's too thick. That should be, I need to, but it's fine. That's what I was talking about. I'm okay with the way that looks. I want this to kind of look a little more rustic, okay? All right, so then, let's see. I think I'll do this in the brown. Yeah, I'm gonna do this brown right here. And then I'll do that other big one in the Cabernet. And then the others, I'll just do the ombre. And that should work. And then I'll have to move my transfer down. I'll have to wash it and move it down to match up at the other end. Oh, Steph, this is, like I said, I completely forgot. This is a big old wreath, y'all. That's what it is. It's a big old wreath that I forgot. It was over in my storage building. Oh, what is happening? What is happening? Can y'all see me? I don't know. Hopefully y'all seen it. I'm gonna tell you we're still having some internet issues. Hopefully it'll show. But it is in my Etsy shop. But yes, I completely forgot I had them. I mean, not that I forgot. I mean, I knew but when you don't have it right in your face, you know, all the time, and it was in the storage building, but it was been on my Etsy shop, I completely forgot. So I was like, let me bring it out and show it off again. Thank y'all. Thank you, Lisa. How are you, friend? Do you have internet yet? Us internetless people, we gotta stick together. All right, we push that back down, push these down. And then I'm gonna do this big one in the Cabernet. And then we will do the other ones and then wash it. And then finish the other couple down here. Well, that's all right. That's some yellow. Not real sure how I did that, but you never know with me. You'll never know. You want to make sure that your paste is like Greek yogurt, y'all, okay? Make sure it's like Greek yogurt. You don't want it to be, hold on. I gotta find my lines here. Oh, that's there. You want it like Greek yogurt, and the reason being is because if it's too dry, it'll dry out and it'll stick in your transfer, and that's what happened with my yellow. It's an older color, and so I didn't put enough water in it to reconstitute it. So, yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. All right, so there's that. Set it back down, and then I'm gonna do this one in green because I didn't realize that. So this is behind the other one that I'm gonna ombre. So we gotta have it a different color, y'all. But yeah, this would also be cute on a shirt, okay? If you did this on a shirt and got one of our other ones that said like Happy Fall or Happy Thanksgiving, this could be kind of your background. You know, grab some ink if you're grabbing this transfer, and then you could do, or a bag. How cute would it be for a bag? With the pumpkin spice latte, the PTL? No, PSL. Y'all, I had to figure that out for a second. It's pitiful. Hold on, let's see, right here. And then right here. But yeah, this would be really cute as a background for anything. I just kind of saw this sitting over there. I've been cleaning up, and I was like, you know what? Let's use this. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's do the ombre effect on the rest of these. Okay, so all you do with the ombre effect, let me first add some more water so we don't mess this up. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Hopefully I don't have this all over. Y'all keep, oh dang it. Did I get it on me? You know, things are big right now in this area, so it's kind of hard to see things because, you know, I need to shed a few pounds. And so, if y'all see something on my dress, can you just tell me? Dee Dee, are you trying to get people over to her page? Is that what you tried to do, girl? No, I will. I love her. She's awesome. Wait, I did a project. Mine's stuck. I painted the wood, sanded, wax, and still peeled. Yeah, I think a lot of the times is, did you let it cure? I have, so when I am doing lives, it's hard for my stuff to cure. And so when I paint something, if I'm doing something for someone, like a piece that someone's asked me to do, or if I'm doing it for my craft show or whatever for Etsy, I make sure that I paint whatever surface I'm going to do a day before and let it really cure, even 2 days before. However long, I can at least, though, 24 hours to let it cure, so that, you know, that it'll, I think curing is a ticket because it's still kind of still sticky, you know, and I think a lot of it is because the humidity, it's humid down here. Oh, I know, Dee Dee, I'm kidding with you, girl. But I think the humidity down here too has a lot to do with it. But I don't know. Sometimes I've had it happen. That definitely was not, it was too thick. That and the brown was just way too thick. So that definitely had something to do with it. Okay, to ombre, y'all, all you're going to do, okay, is I'm going to take different colors. I'm going to take all these different colors, and I'm going to dab, a little dab will do you, here and there, okay? And then, and you're going to kind of just put them everywhere. All these different colors, okay? Ooh, that's way too much, girl. Yeah, I love our new ivy. The new ivy is a very, very nice, rich green. It's a nice fall color. I love it. Okay, then you're just going to take, now you can finger paint. I've always said you can finger paint. Yeah, Kelly, that's kind of what I've learned. And then, so all I like to do is take my squeegee, and you're going to do all the colors together, okay? And that way, again, you could finger paint, but tonight I'm just going to do it with a squeegee, and it will show you, you'll kind of get all the colors in there. Hold on. All right, get that off. And I'm just going to stick this over here because I'm going to use it again. So now you have a good evening, Karina. Love you, friend. I love that. Okay. Oh, hold on. I don't want this to pop up. Can y'all see that leaf? You see the ombre? How awesome it is? I love it. Y'all, it's it is delayed on my live, so anyway. Okay, so there's that one. Let's just keep on going. We're gonna keep on trucking, y'all. Keep on trucking. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, just like this. And you can do it with whatever colors you want in a pattern. If there's patterns that you can do with this. So I have before, I've done like a real ombre with like your one color up top and you've gone down, okay? This one's just kind of more sporadic, just kind of, you know, I kind of want the different colors like on your fall leaves. But you can also, again, do that. That would be really cute to do, you know, if you're doing something else, like I said, a different pattern or something, you could always do that. I like that look. I think that's a true ombre, right? Isn't like the ombre kind of, I don't know, I might be making up some stuff, okay? I don't know, but I feel like I just made that up. Wouldn't it? So, Dee Dee, that's what I was thinking too, a tea towel. Also, okay, bottom, if you go into someone's house, y'all want to get all this off me because it's about to be everywhere. If you're going to someone's house for Thanksgiving, this would be, you could do them like a little apron, okay? You could put this on the bottom. Or if you're having Thanksgiving at your house and you just need like that cute little, you know what I'm saying, little apron, you know, for you cooking, you could do that. That would be cute on the bottom. Okay, so now let's do this one. And y'all, this is really simple. It's very, very easy to do. The big thing is just making sure that you have enough paste. If it feels dry when you are doing this, if it feels like it's not gliding across your transfer, put a little more paste. You don't have enough paste on it, okay? Just like I do not. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of that red, and then that'll give me enough to kind of go for the rest. Actually, I got some over here. Let me grab that. Do this little piece down the bottom. Okay, all right. So cute, so cute. Okay, and now when you push it back down, just kind of set it down. Whoops. A table runner. Listen, we have amazing table runners and placemats in my store. Check those out when you type in the word leaves and you see that that link to the shop. Go there and look at those. We have some amazing, and they chalk really well. I mean, that's what they're designed to do. So we have some placemats, we have some table runners, so check those out. And listen, if you're not a Perks member, I don't know why you're not, because you get 30% off retail price. It is $20 a month. Is it $10? It might be $10 this month, y'all. But normally it's $20 a month, but you get that $20 back the next month in product. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's a win-win. But you also, the 30% off, y'all, is huge, because designers get 40% off. So you're not real far off from a designer discount. Okay. Let's do this one. I love this color. So pretty. All these colors together. So y'all, I love decorating for fall. Fall is my favorite actually to decorate for. So I tend to decorate more for it than anything, even Christmas. Just because I grew up not celebrating Christmas. So we do now. We have, of course, I have now for the last 30 years. But so it's just kind of hard for me sometimes to decorate, to get out of that, because I love the fall. I love Thanksgiving. I love the fall. So the colors and stuff. I don't love the weather. I'll just be honest. I don't love the weather. Summer's my favorite. As far as holidays go, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. And I love it because of the family time. And I think because for our family, that is when we got together. Now I do love Christmas because that's also now a new family time for us since Jim and I are married. But before it wasn't. So it wasn't, I didn't see it that way. But anywho. Okay. Y'all, I done cut my finger today. And then, when your finger starts, when you have something that starts healing, it starts itching. Well, I done itched the mess out of it today and made it start bleeding. So I got a little Band-Aid on it, and I keep forgetting I got a Band-Aid on it, and I keep trying to pull it off. Okay. Let's get this off. And this is just the excess. You want to take your excess off. If you do not, it will sit raised up on whatever surface that you were working on, okay? You do not want to do that. Okay, so here's this. We got to wash this. We'll set it on my backer sheet, and then we'll wash it. Y'all, look how cute this is out. Isn't that awesome? I love, love, love those colors. Those are amazing. Okay, let's keep on going, keep on going. I may not have to wash it, actually. Well, I might. I don't want to ruin it. Let me go ahead and wash it. Let me dry this, and then I'm going to wash it real quick. And y'all see how I do it if you have never seen me wash one. Isn't it pretty? I know, isn't it gorgeous? I love it. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I did get a little bit of paint right here. I don't know if what am I doing? What are you doing? Lord help it. Here we go. That wax kind of helps that a little bit. There we go. And scene. Alright, so let me set this over here. We'll set it in front of the fan, let it dry while I wash this off. So if I'm upstairs, I will just take it to the sink. But if I'm down here working and I need to hurry up and wash one, this is how I do it. Okay, this is just a dish mat, and I do it sticky side down. Spray it good with water. Okay, and I take a couple of, isn't it pretty, y'all? Couple of, these are just antibacterial wipes. And I go over the top, and that gets the bulk of the paste off because that's where it is. That's, you know, that's really where the bulk of your paste is. That's where you kind of put it on there, and it's right there. And then you're going to turn it over, and your main concern then will be to get it out of the silk screen. This will stain, okay? This will stain like the green part. It don't matter. It's just a stain. That does not affect at all how this works and how you can utilize it over and over and over again, okay? The big thing is take care of your transfers, y'all. Take care of them. If you take care of them, they last a very long time, and you can use them over and over again. But the ticket is taking care of them. Okay, so I got the bulk of it off the top. I'm gonna spray it again. And this is our board eraser. I did put the board erasers in the cart link. I try to when they are in stock. They kind of go in and out of stock. These are designed for our transfers. So then I just go over the top. And that kind of gets anything else out that's been left. Hey Kim, how are you? Erin was talking about me, girl. Well, I hope it was good. I hope it was good. I miss y'all. I miss Erin. We haven't talked in a minute. Okay, now it's sticky side up. We're going to spray again. Okay, then our board eraser. And then this is the bottom side. Okay, so we're just going to make sure, again, we're going to get the lint off. That's important. And we're going to make sure to get it out of the silk screen this time. That's really our main concern on this side. And this board eraser takes off the lint as well. Okay, so let me put this down here. Oh, Kim, thank y'all. I love y'all. I'll pop over when I'm finished. Okay, so then I take a paper towel, and I even do this when I am doing this upstairs with my, even in the sink. I don't know why, but if I leave mine just out to dry, I feel like they're not as sticky. It might be in my head. Don't worry about it. There's a lot up there, okay? There's a lot of scariness in that head. But I just hold it on the one side and just kind of do it, and now our sticky's back. So that's just what I do. Then you're going to take your, I'm not going to put it back on here, but I do need to wipe this off. You'll take your backing sheet, and I'll show y'all how the easiest way to do it. Goodness gracious, Shonda. I got a lot on there this time. Y'all, the backing sheet also too, if you have the newer ones, they're awesome because they have the yellow on the back. Like this part's yellow. Our old, it was white and white. So you kind of had to be careful, and a lot of people would write back or an X or do something like that on the back. I would kind of hold it up and see the gloss because there's a glossy side. But anyway. Okay, so the best way to put your transfer back on your sheet is sticky side up. Put your transfer down, sticky side up. I can kind of see, like when I'm looking at it, you can kind of see sometimes some indentions. So I try to get it that way, and then I just kind of line it up. I've done this 50 million times, so you know, and then put it back on your backing sheet. Easy peasy. And then just wipe off your top from being wet, and you're ready to go again, okay, for your next project. So let me fuzz this little piece again. We're going to finish this last few leaves. That is it. That is it. And again, this just puts lint on it. The lint and the wax puts that barrier between this really sticky transfer and that paint you just put on that surface, okay? So it's just kind of creating like a small barrier so that you're not, A, pulling up your paint, and B, messing up your transfer, because these are kind of like a cloth, you know, almost a fabric, and you can, you know, pull it off, or pull it off. You can like stretch it or tear it. And not pull it off. What the heck does that mean, Shauna? Okay, now I am going to take my wax pad, okay, and I'm going to just go over that last little leaf, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but all that did was that just gave me like a little barrier, again, of something between this transfer and that chalk paste. So now I'm just going to line this up. This lines up perfect. Y'all love that. I love that. And then, okay, here we go. Let's finish. So I've got red. Let's do another yellow one. Let's do this in yellow up here. These are pretty. I don't know what the heck these are. Does anybody know what these flowers are? Or these leaves are up here? Are they just a leaf? I don't know. Maybe they're just a leaf. I don't know. They're pretty. Okay, there's that. Then, let's do this one in green. You know, it green. Let's do it in brown. Don't want brown. Decisions. Let's do it in orange. No, that one's in orange. Brown. We don't have one in brown. Let's do it. Y'all, I get so indecisive and it's goofy. Why? Girl, just put the color on it. I get silly about it. Okay. Alright, so, y'all, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I was worried. I was like, am I going to have internet? Lord have mercy. It's driving me nuts. And again, I hope y'all are in my club, that y'all come tomorrow night for our club meeting, going to the club. What? Going to the club? I wish. Sometimes I wish I was going to the club. That's another thing Jim and I were talking about this weekend. He was laughing. He was like, Shonda, you always love the club. I still love the club. What you talking about? All right, so let's do that little piece in orange. This little feller in orange. And then I'll do that last big one down there in green. And then I can do the rest of these in the ombre. Or the last two in ombre. Okay. So pretty. Okay, we'll do this one in green. And then, like I said, do the last one in the ombre. And I like that that end started out with a leaf that's not really complete. It's kind of like a, you know, a little half or whatever. And then this one ends in this. I like that. Okay, pull up. And the reason, again, y'all, I'm pulling up is to get it out of that silk screen. Okay? All right. That's it. Let's do the last one. Again, just ombre it on there. Get your different colors. Now these might look different because, you know, I did them differently. But hopefully they'll match up pretty good. That might make it just even that more interesting, I'll be honest. Okay. And green. And y'all, these are just some little spatulas that are actually in my store. I love these little spatulas. They are really good because they are shaped like the container, the jars. So I love that. Okay. This might look a little different, but it's gonna be all right. Okay. And scene. So pretty. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Y'all, is it just me, or do y'all love it when a plan comes together like that? And you're just like, oh, Lord, thank you. Now, remember when you're doing this, just FYI, you know, you may know this, and you may be like, Shauna, what? Okay, girl, I mean, that was like, we learned that in kindergarten. Well, you never know. Your darker colors are going to take over, okay? So don't forget that. Don't throw out a bunch of dark colors, okay? Hey, Linda, how are you, friend? How have you been? Okay. And then, and I hope, again, if y'all did not get notified tonight and you want to, just type in #notify, and it will, the next time I go live, you'll get a notification. Okay. A little bit yellow on that one. Okay. Last but not least, so y'all, we went down. I forgot to tell y'all. In Helen, we rode the the mountain coaster, y'all. We laughed. So again, we laughed so daggum hard because the girl in front of us wanted to go down. She was scared to do it. So you couldn't weigh more than 375 pounds combined, right? So, and her husband, or boyfriend, I don't know what it was. Anyway, they were not, but not far, because they looked like they were maybe bodybuilders. And so her man was like, girl, I done told you, you know, you need, and she was like, I will knock you out. Anyway, y'all, all you heard was her screaming because he would not slow down. No, I'm sorry, I said hashtag, I didn't mean hashtag, !notify, Linda. It's an !notify. If I said hashtag, I apologize. !notify, and that will put you in my on my channel, and every time I go live, I actually put something on that channel, and it'll send you a notification through your messenger. Okay. All right, y'all, this is it. Done. Let me get this dry right here. Y'all, this is so pretty. I'm loving this. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I love this board. They still have it. Good thing I dried it. I love these boards. They still have these boards at Hobby Lobby, okay? So, mine just, I don't know why mine were on clearance, because I saw some the other day. But they do have the hangers, but they also stand up, okay? They stand up. Yes, that's it. !notify. That's it, y'all. Thank y'all. But yeah, so this one also stands up, which I love, because then you can just kind of put it on your mantle. This will be really pretty on the mantle. Another thing that will be really pretty, y'all, is to do these leaves on poster board, okay? Do exactly what we just did, but do it on poster board and cut them out, and you can actually make a garland with these. You could poke holes in them, do your string, and make a really pretty garland. Tie some fabric, you know, make some like rug, you know, what are they called? Like the, I don't know, it's kind of like the rope tie, you know the rope tie rugs or whatever, something like that. I think that'd be really pretty too. But y'all, this is it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all laughed tonight. I hope y'all had fun. I hope that y'all got inspired to go do a little crafty craft yourself. And if you want, again, the supplies that I used tonight, type in the word leaves, Leaves, and that will send you a link or a whole bunch of stuff in your messenger. And if you got any questions, just message me. I'll find an answer. I'll make one up. That's what I'll do. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great week, rest of your week. Again, if you're in my club, don't forget, look for the email tonight for tomorrow's Zoom call. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night after my Zoom call for another fun project. Bye, y'all. Maybe if my leg ain't broke. Bye, y'all. And it's leaves, Leaves, V as in Victor, E-S, leaves.